and good evening. Boy, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on. We had the snowstorms come in and all kind of things going on this end of the country, but we are back on tonight. We're going to be back on each, what is today, Monday? Monday night, let me see here. I think I got the schedule here somewhere. Well, I thought I did. Anyway, it's Monday night at 8 o'clock, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, and Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Mondays and Wednesdays are right here and in our group in Kerry Miller TV, and Thursday nights is in our group at Get Digi. It's our app training. So if you want to learn how to build apps and you want to launch an app agency, be a part of that on Thursday nights. We always post the links in this group or in this page, and you'll be able to come in. But tonight we're going to do something that I love to do. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk. That's what Monday nights are going to be about. We're talking business and what it takes to be successful. And you know what I'm learning? And it's kind of sad, really. It's really sad. People are happy where they're at. And I don't care how broke you get. People become content. And people get happy where they're at, and it's like, I really need to do this, and I really need to do this, and I want to do this, and then when you give them the opportunity to do it, you never hear from them again, So it makes me wonder. It's kind of dark in here. Let me see if I can. There you go. Put some light on the subject here, and I forgot to turn that light down. Let me see if I can dim it just a little bit, man. It's about to blind me, but anyway, they're not wanting to take the journey. They're not wanting to go down the road. They're not wanting to do anything except talk smack. And there's one thing that drives me crazy, and that's people that talk smack. And man, they're always on their high horse and always ready to get up and go and always ready to do something, and they ain't gonna do nothing. As a matter of fact, I was listening to a book last night, and I encourage you to get Unstoppable by Tim Grover. I got it on Audible, but they got a paperback too. But I want to share this with you. I took this note, and he was talking about success, and he was a trainer for superstar athletes: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron, Dwayne Wade. I mean, he's a superstar. But everything he talks about also pertains to business. And this is what he said: if you want to be successful, you got to show up, work hard, and listen. And if you're not willing to do those things, then you're probably not going anywhere. And I'm going to prove this to you. You say, well, Kerry, you always say stuff like that. It just pisses me off. Well, I don't care if it pisses you off or not, but because it's the truth. And I'm fixing to prove it to you. Everybody always says, oh, you don't know that. You don't know that. Yes, I do. How many of you are watching this show, are going to watch this replay, and are in the same place today as you was last year? With the exception of the 5% or 3% or 1% cost of living raise you got at work. How many of you are in the same place this year that you were last year? Prove my point? You see, you're not willing to take a journey. You're not willing to learn. You're not willing to show up and work hard and listen. It's just the facts. I'll prove it again. If you're listening to this, I'm looking for 12 people. Not 11, not 13, not 15. I'm looking for 12 people. By the end of March, I will have them. Do you want to be one of those 12? Because I want to mentor you to about $500,000 a month by the end of the year. Now, I'm going to prove it to you, because there's usually about, 100, 200, 300 people watch this video. And we'll see, out of all those that watch this video, who show up and say, I want to do that, Kerry. I'm willing to show up, work hard, and listen for you to mentor me and take me on the journey, so we can dive into your book of achievements, so that you can teach me and you can share with me the blueprint to get me to success. Now, I'm going to tell you how I know that the majority of you will not take me up on that. Because it's the same people that come to me and say, Kerry, I want to do this, that never show up. And then when you tell them what they got to do, it's like, oh, I can't do that. I can't be a part of that. I I just don't believe in that. Well, then shut up. Move on. Get out of my face. Mostly you're wasting your time. But more importantly, you're wasting my time. And if you're wasting my time, I don't like that. Because my time is extremely valuable. Because every minute of my day that I'm awake and not doing something for me, that I'm working and helping other people, I expect them to pay attention. Why? Because I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste your time. I want to help you become successful. I want to give you the framework to help you achieve all your desires. Are you willing to do that? Do you want to do that? Is that something you truly want to do? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me if that's something you want. You tell me if that's something you want to do. You tell me if that's something you want to make happen. But if it's not, this is what's going to happen. Next year at this same time, write this on your calendar, March 1st. This year at the same time, you're going to be in the same place then that you are now. You say, well, Kerry, how do you know that? Because you're at the same place today you was last March 1st. And you was at the same place 2 Marches ago. Maybe you changed jobs, it's still a job. You're still doing the same thing. Your income might have increased $2 an hour. You might have went from $40,000 to $45,000 an hour. And hell, cost of living is going up $10,000 a year. $45,000 a year, not $45,000 an hour. But what happens is we get stuck. You can do a lot of things in life to be prepared. You can do a lot of things in life to get yourself ready. People who go to the gym, man, they work out hard and they put the big muscles on. And, I'm working on losing weight. I'm working on getting my health together and doing some things because I'd like to live another 10 or 15 years anyway. Or 20 or whatever, 80, 85, 90, 105, whatever I can make it to and still be able to do what I'm doing. But you can prepare all you want for that. You can go to the gym all you want. But it's not going to prepare you for getting ahead. Now, that discipline will help prepare you to get ahead because you've got to have discipline to work out. You have to be disciplined to do those kind of things. Running. I hate running. I was a runner in school. Loved track. Just loved it because I like to win, and I was a winner. If I lost all the time, I probably wouldn't have run. But I won a lot. A lot. And I enjoyed that. But it was hard work. I worked every day on running. I hated running. I can't run from here to the ice box now unless there's some T-bone steaks in it or some ribeye. I don't like to run. So you have to prepare for that. But let me tell you something. Your engine for success comes from your neck up. Everything between these ears right here is where your success comes from. You have to be able to understand. You have to be able to study. You have to be able to learn. You have to be able to show up and listen. The only way you're going to be able to listen is to have that discipline. Now, maybe you do go to the gym. Maybe you do run. Maybe there's a routine that you do every day to prepare your body. It's time to prepare your brain. You're going to have to buckle up. It's time to take a ride. And yeah, I usually don't pitch anything on these shows. But I'm pitching it tonight because I'm on a mission. I want to take 12 people to $1 million by the end of the year. And I'm going to. The question is it going to be you? That's the big question. That's the big cue of the night, How do you do it? You got to toughen up. You got to say, I'm going to do it. This isn't a 9-to-5 job. I'm going to make it happen. I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm going to listen to what Kerry has to say, and I'm going to follow that model. I'm going to get on that journey with him. I'm going to let him share with me his book of achievements. I'm going to let him share with me the blueprint to success. I'm going to allow myself to do the things that I have to do. Why? Because I want to get there, because I'm tired of being at the same place every single year and looking back at the past year saying, I'm sick of this. The problem is we get sick and tired, but we don't get sick and tired enough. We get tired of not achieving our goals. We get tired of not going where we want to go. We get tired of all that stuff. But we're not tired enough to toughen up and make it happen. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, these 12 that I'm going to choose, it's not like I'm going to send you a link and you're going to sign up for something. The 12 that I'm going to choose, come here. The 12 that I'm going to choose is going to be not for the can'ts, not for those that won't, not for those that never will. I don't have time for your crap. It's going to be buckle up, tighten up, toughen up, and take the ride. If you're willing to do that, if you're willing to do exactly what I'm going to say to do, and it's not going to be easy, I'll get you there. If you want to be at 7 figures by the end of the year, I'll get you there. But you got to listen. You got to be willing to listen. I'm going to tell you how simple life is. You can see my new little dog here, Scooter. Great dog, love him. He's just a good boy, you know. And he listens, he minds, he does what he's told. And so he's kind of short, as you can see. You know, he's short to the ground. And so instead of bending all the way down, because when I first got him, he would lay down for me to pick him up. Well, man, I'd have to get, practically on my knees to pick him up. So starting yesterday, I told him, if you want me to pick you up, you've got to jump. So every time I started picking him up, I wouldn't pick him up unless he stood up, and then I would put my hands up a little bit, and he would spring to my hands. And now, just like then, he was underneath my desk, and I told him to jump, and he jumped up. You know, I reached down, he jumped up to me. Things are that simple, but you've got to learn. You've got to be taught what to do. I didn't just wake up, start making money. That just didn't happen. I've been working on this all my life. I'm 61 years old. This didn't just happen overnight. You know, I work hard. I work hard for what I do. And I can show you without hitting all the bumps in the road, without slamming up against the wall every single day, without being trotted on and walked on, and learn how to. I had a friend earlier. He said, I can't remember what his little Facebook thing was, but the answer is this. The answer is simply this. Make your circle small and make your inner circle smaller. And if you will make your circle small and your inner circle smaller, then things will start happening in your life, because you get rid of the can'ts and the won'ts and the never wills and all the BS that comes along with it. You don't need that in your life if you're trying to grow a successful business. If you want to go from 0 to 7 figures, you can't deal with that. I see people post that crap in Facebook. What do you do with people that say they just don't want to do it? Find somebody else. Get rid of them. They're dead weight. You know? Think about this. You put a bunch of dead weight on the back of your car and you go from making 50 gallons to the mile to making 20 gallons to the mile. So how do you get back to 50 gallons to the mile? You cut the dead weight and leave it out in the road and just keep on going. Cut your losses. You know, you don't let people drag you down. You got to toughen up. You know, some people say, Kerry, you're hard. I'm not hard. I'm a realist. I understand business. I understand how to make money. I understand what it takes to go from point A to point B, and I understand what it takes to get to you next. And if you're not willing to do that, then what do? Just quit. Go do whatever you do that makes you happy, and complain all year long and be there this time next March 1st and keep complaining, but just do that. You don't need to do anything else. Just quit. Quit saying you're going to do it and not do it. Because that's more pain than anything. Oh, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or whatever, you know. You can't do that. You can't do that. So make sure you join me Wednesday night. Make sure you join me Wednesday night for another episode when we're going to talk about affiliate marketing. I'm going to start teaching you how to go from 0 to 7 if you'll pay attention. If you'll toughen up, if you'll buckle up. It's going to be time to take that ride. If you're willing to do it. If you say you can't do it, forget it now. don't even waste your time. If you say you won't never do it, don't waste your time. If you never will, don't waste your time. Because you don't have time to go through what we're fixing to go through. To tighten up, to make it happen. I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to have to do. But you got to be willing to do it. So with that said, I'm going to close it out. We're about 6 minutes early tonight. But I've got a very long day tomorrow. I've had a very long day today. I'm extremely worn out. And so I'm fixing to kind of chill and go to bed and get some sleep. How about that? At 9 o'clock at night or whatever time it is. But we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to get my good buddy Frankie to take me out of here. God bless him and his wife. Man, I miss him so much. I miss playing music. You know, I really miss playing music. But here we go. Frankie, take us away, buddy.